Hi, everybody. Happy almost Thanksgiving. It is so wonderful to see you all. I am going to log into Facebook. I have 20 screens open, so one of them should be Facebook. And I am going to see who's out there. Let me go to my page, Lisa Shield. There we go, dating and relationships. That would be me. And I will click on this. Whoops, wrong one. All right, I'm not doing so great. Dating and relationships there. I think that's it. Hello. How is everybody
to see who's
doing?
out there. Let me
go to up. Hello, Kaylee. Look at you. And Catherine, I don't think I've seen you in a while. Christine, it's lovely to see you. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Hey, Lisa Cohen. I miss you. I'll see you hopefully on Wednesday. How's everybody doing? How are you all feeling about the holidays? Hey, Teresa. Welcome back. How's everybody doing? Are you all excited for Thanksgiving? Is it kind of a blah Thanksgiving? Oh, Teresa, you're feeling sad and weepy. Hi, Katie. Good to see you. I am going to do the old share thing if I can figure out how to do that. Oh, there it is. Okay, share, more options, share to a group. All right, they've made this so easy. Yeah, so some of you are feeling weepy. I've missed you too, Catherine. All right, are some of you feeling sad? I know that this is not the best Thanksgiving holiday season. Hello, Maria. It's great to see you. It's another Thanksgiving alone. Oh, Lisa, I went through the same thing myself. How many of you have had to worry or face the holidays alone? Anybody face the holidays alone? You do have 2 dates this week. Well, that's good. Yeah, I remember once when I was single, I had to actually ask some friends if I could come visit them. I may have shared this. And it was supposed to be, I asked them if I could come and visit them for Thanksgiving. And then I went on a plane. I was going on a plane and there were all these couples and there were all these people that were with their partners. And I just felt so sad. So I closed my eyes in the airport and I fell asleep. And then I woke up and I missed my plane. So that was not my best Thanksgiving. Oh, Emma. Hi, Anna. Hello. Oh, so Kaylee says that let me go to my screen here where I can pop up all of my banners. Whoops, I can put your comments up here, which is kind of nice. So Kaylee said, I'm excited for Thanksgiving. I miss my mom. She passed away 2 years ago, but I'm going to the cemetery to visit. That's really sweet, Kaylee. So that's one way to really take advantage of Thanksgiving, right? To be able to do something really special, something meaningful, do something that you wouldn't normally do. So maybe now if you're not able to go visit family, you will reach out to some friends that you haven't talked to in a long time. Maybe get on some Zoom calls, call your friends. Maybe they're lonely too. Maybe they're isolated or quarantining, but it might be nice going to the cemetery to visit your mom is a wonderful way to make the holiday meaningful. So there's lots and lots of things that we can do that we can say, hey, this isn't exactly what I was hoping for. And, this isn't the holiday I was looking for, but we can find other ways, things to do, maybe reach out and just tell our friends how grateful we are for them. right? Look around our lives and even make a gratitude list of all the things that we are grateful for. I mean, it is true that even though there's COVID and some of us can't travel and we're alone and we aren't able to be with our family or our friends, at least we're healthy. We have a roof over our head. We have food to eat. We're not worried about, many of us, if our rent is going to get paid. So there's a lot of things that we can do to make ourselves feel better. Sihan, it's wonderful to see you, honey. Emma says that she hates holiday season since her divorce. Totally understandable, Emma. Maybe this would be a wonderful holiday season to, like Lisa Cohen, arrange some dates, do some work, read some books about dating, or do some work on yourself. Linny said that she's grateful that her son is making dinner for his fiance and her. That's so sweet. And Linny, I know that your son has such a wonderful relationship, and it sounds like his fiance is just a wonderful woman. Patricia says, yes, but I don't mind either friends or alone. I don't mind as long as there's no drama. See, Patricia, that's how you put a positive spin on things. Anna says, I look forward to the day off. My boyfriend and I are trying to volunteer and having a difficult time finding a place. Anna, that's lovely. That's really, really lovely that you're looking to volunteer. I have so much respect for you for wanting to do that. Catherine says, I went on a couple of dates with someone who's totally sweet, and we have good chemistry, but I'm not attracted to him physically because he's too tiny framed. His thighs are the same girth as my forearm. I told him the chemistry is there, but the attraction isn't. He got really upset and begged me for a chance. I feel bad. Am I just being shallow? You know, Catherine, I think it's one thing if a guy, is short. I'm not saying, I don't know how tall this guy is, but I'm just saying, like, if you don't feel feminine with somebody and you feel so much bigger next to that guy than and it doesn't make you feel feminine, then I think that that's really an issue, because I'm not a little girl and I have to be with a man who's got some meat on his bones, and who's a man, because I don't feel feminine if I'm with someone who's too petite. So yeah, it's totally understandable. And I don't think you're being shallow. I think that you have to feel feminine next to that man. And if you don't, and he's too tiny, making love, whatever, taking your clothes off, you're not going to feel sexy and comfortable. Katie says, I'm going to lunch with my grandparents tomorrow since they aren't doing Thanksgiving due to COVID, and then going to see my parents on Thursday. That's wonderful, Katie. That's really wonderful that you're able to go and see family. Hi, Annette. It's great to see you. Oh, you're talking to one of your dates on Thanksgiving Eve. That's wonderful, Lisa. That's terrific. Anna says, I'm grateful for meeting a wonderful man who is my boyfriend now. It's our 8th month anniversary today. Congratulations, Anna. That's terrific. That's really terrific. I'm so happy for you. And I know you had still bumpy road, but it sounds like you two are doing great, which is wonderful. Hi, Carol. No man yet, but still working on it. Carol, I don't know how that's even possible. I would think that you would have, I do know it takes a while, but somebody's going to snatch you up. Somebody. Look at that beautiful picture of you. There's going to be a great guy. Have you had any bites, any good interactions, any possible, like near misses? I don't know. I'm just curious. I've actually been thinking about you and wanted to reach out and just see how you're doing. So, yeah. So Lisa says, I'm not attracted to him, but he wrote me a very nice message on Match, and I'm being open. That's good, Lisa. Well, sometimes, the most, sometimes it's not the most attractive guys are not always, even though they're the cutest and they are the most immediately, the ones that most immediately get our attention. Sometimes the guys that aren't the handsomest really are the ones who really have the most depth. So it's really great to give those guys a chance for sure. And at least see if he wrote you a nice message. I'm glad that you're reaching out to him. So yeah, I think that's really wonderful. All right. Anybody else? Are you all feeling who else is feeling grateful this Thanksgiving? I'm curious. And what is it that you're grateful for? What is it that you all are grateful for? I know I'm grateful that we have some friends. We're in Santa Fe, my husband and me. We took you can see this isn't my normal background. This is not my normal background. It is my background for in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I'm in an Airbnb, so this is as good as it gets, folks. But I'm grateful that we're here, that we're in Santa Fe, that we are safe, that we got a chance to get out of LA for a little while. I'm grateful that we have some good friends here that also moved here right around the time Benjamin and I decided to come here. And what's really lovely is they're really nice people. They're in a community that I'm involved in. I have a wonderful, wonderful coaching community that I'm a part of, and they're in this group. So we have these lovely friends to spend the holidays with, which is really wonderful. I'm curious in terms of dating, how are you all doing over the holidays with dating? Are you finding it tough? Are you finding that the men are open to communicating with you? Are you finding that it's just really, really hard to get them on a Zoom call? How's it going with everybody? I'm curious about that. I'm curious how the dating is going. Is it up, down? All right, let's see here. Oh, nice gratitude. Okay, let's look at this. Let me just see here. I want to go to my homepage and just post my Facebook Live. Okay, sometimes I don't put it, there's not an easy way to do that. So I wanted to just put it on my homepage so everybody could see that I am here. All right, so let's look at some of this gratitude. I love gratitude. Okay, if you stay in gratitude, it's really, really a wonderful, wonderful way to stay positive and keep yourself looking for the good things. All right, Catherine said he's 5'8", I'm 5'6". If I wear heels, then we're the same height. So I don't feel like he is tall enough for me either, as well as him being really petite. Catherine, I'll tell you, the height thing, people, that is the thing that I think is less important. Only I can't even think of my statistics right now, but there's only a very small percentage of the population that's over 6 feet. And many women want women who are tall. But, I have to say that, my husband was taller than me when we met. And with age and time, we're now about the same height, which is fine. I wouldn't imagine. And he's such a man. He's buff and he's got a nice body. So yeah, Anna says it took me almost 2 years to meet my boyfriend after many, many dates. I bet you're grateful the dating is over, right, Anna? Lisa says, I'm grateful for your SSW program and continuing to learn from you. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for being a part of SSW. You add so much to the group. Christine says, I'm grateful for my health, still working. My son is healthy and successful. So many blessings. Beautiful, beautiful, Christine. Yes, we're still working is a big one, right? Anna says, Lisa says it like every date is a stepping stone to the one. Well, thank goodness it seems like you got it. You found him. Katie says, I'm grateful for my education and getting accepted into grad school. Congratulations, Katie. What are you going to study? What are you going to study in grad school? That's fantastic. Carol says, I've been talking with someone on text, but he takes several days to get back to me. I had a little meltdown the other day, but realized that I'm okay and still have faith. Oh, Carol, that's wonderful. I'm glad that you pulled yourself back out of it. And yeah, you got to just stay out there. I mean, it'll happen one day when you least expect it. So it's important to stay out there. Maria says, I'm grateful because I'm working on myself and really think about all my mistakes in relationships. That's wonderful, Maria. Emma says, I'm grateful for my friends and my loved ones. I'm grateful for a roof over my head and my beloved cats. That's wonderful. Beautiful. These are great, everybody. Catherine says, I'm grateful for you, Lisa. Aw, thank you, Catherine. And this platform where we women and some men can meet up and learn. Oh, Teresa, why are you feeling all emotional, honey? I know you said that earlier. What's coming up for you? Lisa says it's sometimes difficult to get them on the phone. I'm sure it is, Lisa. I think people the good news is COVID has made us a little bit more, made both men and women a little more willing to get on the phone. But the truth is that some people are still resistant to it. I think we've just fallen out of habit. Katie says, I have a date set up for next week. I think we're going to get takeout and watch Christmas movies. That sounds like a fabulous date. That sounds like a great date. I'm telling you, my favorite movie is on Netflix, and my husband even liked it. He thought it was great. It's called Holiday. For anyone who hasn't seen it, it's with Emma Roberts, who is Julia Roberts' daughter. And she is the cutest thing. Oh my God. So cute. So check it out. It's a really great movie. If you haven't seen it, Katie, it might be a good one for you to watch. Martha says, I'm grateful for everything I have in my life, good and bad. Bad is an opportunity to ask myself what I need to change, improve, or accept. That is fabulous. That is so great, Martha. I love that. I love that. Kaylee says, still single, but working on myself still, and so grateful for my family, friends, and job. Wonderful. Yeah, see all the beautiful things. Teresa says, and dating is kind of at a standstill. Well, Teresa, it may be during the holidays. It's a little, it's a tough time. I'm feeling Zihan says, I'm feeling very grateful. My mother is 81. She's very healthy, thank God. And my 16-year-old son is healed from numerous neurological disorders. That's amazing, Zihan. Just as you are a blessing in my life, the fact that my bookends are healthy gives me a happy heart. These are all answered prayers, miracles coming to life. Oh, beautiful. And Teresa says a duality of emotion. So Teresa, does that mean like a mix of good and bad? You know, both things? I can understand how that would be happening. And Judy says, what dating? Well, Judy, I think the guys are out there. Sometimes, during the holidays, people get distracted. Catherine says also, Lisa, he said he can see himself falling in love, and he said he already got me a Christmas present. Awkward. And we've only been on 3 dates. Yeah, I'd say I'd toss that fish back in and pull it, go fishing for another one, Catherine. That's way too soon to be coming on that strong. Teresa says, other than feeling optimistic. Okay. Patricia says, I feel like so many players, for example, they ask personal questions, pictures, and never want to meet, young or old. I've been doing self-care, so it's next, or I take breaks. It's odd, though. Patricia, you may want to work with a coach or work with somebody, do a program or a course that can help you get through that, because, you know, a lot of the women who go through my course, most of them say that when they start the course, they don't want to date. They're sick of it. They're sick of the guys. It's all bullshit. And then somewhere around the 4th or 5th week, once they get their new profile and their new pictures, everything changes. They start attracting a completely different kind of guy. It's really something else. And so I really suggest that you look into finding a program or a coach or somebody that you can work with who can maybe help you break through some of this stuff. Lenny says a great book is The Gratitude Journal for Women by Katie Vernon. 5 minutes a day to write in it. Interesting, Lenny. That's a great suggestion. Teresa says, I'm deciding on becoming a vegetarian because my diet needs yogurt. Okay. LOL. Carol says, I'm very grateful to have your positive support. I'm also grateful for my health, my friends and family, and my time dancing. Aw, that's lovely, lovely. And Carol, are you able to go dancing now with COVID and all, or is that something that's on hold? I'm curious. Let's see who else is here. Gosh, there's so many wonderful people. Lots and lots of comments. Okay. Oh, it's Julia's niece, not her daughter. Well, she's darling. She looks a lot like her, Rain. If it's her niece, she's got her same lips and she looks just like her. Siham says, I'm grateful for a human being I met, a man. He's intelligent, philosophical, and spiritual. He's done homework on loving himself first through a coach and is in the business of servitude. He's working on his doctoral degree. And when I listen to his voice, it's almost like this listening to the voice of God in a male version. As when I listen to you speak, you are a female version. Thank you, Siham. I so appreciate that. Very soothing, yes, with authority and empathy and sympathy. What a blessing. Oh, thank you, Siham. That really went to my heart. Lisa says, I'm grateful for having a toilet nearby since I'm preparing for my first colonoscopy tomorrow. But seriously, I'm grateful for my friends, family, currently dating a great guy. Lisa, that's fantastic. Congratulations. Congratulations and having a career that I love. Wow, that's terrific, Lisa. Absolutely wonderful. If you haven't seen the I think it's the 3rd season of Better Things, there's a whole episode with Pamela Abdulon, or I don't know how you say her name, but she has a colonoscopy, and they go through the whole thing of her running back and forth to and from the toilet. So, hi, Dawn. Great to see you here. Christine says, good luck. I had one. It was not a big deal. You will do great. You know, it's not the colonoscopy. It's the having to do the cleansing before the colonoscopy that sucks. Vanetta says, oh, thank you so much, my dear, for every moment of words that you said to me about relationship and for working and myself. As you said, I am grateful for everything in my life and for you, dear. I have next changes in love and I trust you. God bless. That's so sweet, Vanetta. So, so sweet. Thank you. Christine. Hi, Christine. I don't know if we've met before. I'm grateful for my family and that I have refocused on just me for now. Good for you. New furniture, yay. Being able to apply my focus on my family and strengthening my bonds with my sisters and children. Lovely, just lovely. So Rain says Los Angeles County restaurants just shut down again. I know. I heard that, Rain. It's awful. We're in New Mexico and we've been on lockdown now for about a week. We still have another week to go, but they'll probably extend it. I'd be shocked if they just ended after 2 weeks. Dawn says, Lisa's amazing. She changed my life. Thank you, Dawn. I have the world's best clients. And she dances on her rooftop. We all need to go there and watch you dance on your rooftop. Oh, Wendy says, Wendy says, I dance in my living room once a month with my dance coach. That sounds like fun, Wendy. You know, the dancing, by the way, and I know Carol mentioned it, and now Dawn and you, Wendy, the dancing is so wonderful because it puts us in our bodies. And if you really think about like who are the most sensual women, dancers are among the most sensual of all, right? Because if you think about what makes them so sensual is that they are in their bodies. They move, they're aware of their movements, but they're in their bodies. And that's something that's so beautiful. You know, one of the things I notice sometimes when I'm watching some of my women, when I watch women, is that a lot of women are just very like this. And they don't move, there's no movement. I mean, imagine if you're a woman and you're just like this and you don't move and you're just stiff and whatever. And then imagine a woman who's on a date, you know, and she's talking and she's using her body and she's even just almost dancing, you know, in her chair. Imagine a man sitting across from her. And I'm not talking about being nervous or whatever, but I really mean like using her body as she talks to express herself. There's something, especially like if you watch Italians, right? They talk with their hands, and there's something mesmerizing about that. So dance is beautiful, beautiful. I love that you're mentioning that. Vanetta says, a few days ago, I met you here. I am happy. Thank you. So sweet, Vanetta. Lisa, so whoopsie, I think, hang on, I missed some people here. Lisa says the worst part is the prep, which it is. And Lisa Byer says she's starving. Well, you'll be able to eat again soon, but I think you can have Jello and broth, right? You can have all the Jello and broth you want. Linny, the TV series is Better Things, and it is hilarious. It's with a comedian. Her name is Pamela Adlon, I think it is, Adlon, and it's hilarious. It's based on, she writes it with Louis C.K., and the show is it's really based on her real life. The girls that play her three daughters are not her real daughters, but she actually has three daughters. And so the whole series is based on her life as a mother, as an actress, and then the single mother of these three daughters. It's hilarious. It's on Netflix. Judy says, I'm having one next week. It's good for weight loss. Oh man. Carol says, I've been dancing both in person and virtually. I even participated in an event that was recorded as part of a movie where other students also danced routines to their favorite movies. I was complimented on my red sequin dress, dancing to whatever Lola wants. Carol, I want to see that video. I would love to see that video. That sounds amazing. Oh my gosh. Christine says, I was pleasantly surprised. I ate light the day before, so prep day was not miserable, but maybe I was overly anxious. No, Christine, I think that's probably a good idea. Next time I have one, I'm going to do that. Lisa loves to dance. And Vanetta says, thank you, Lisa. I'm feeling happy here that I met you. Aw. Siham says, I'm grateful for just getting hired yesterday for some space in time due to COVID. I lost my job as a substitute teacher, but was fine with God's timing. It gave me the ability to do a lot of self-care, focus on my beautiful mother and my precious son. Yesterday, I was chosen to teach a rocket program with 3, 4, and 5-year-old children that are autistic, and I feel blessed to be chosen to teach these precious little angels that have very limited language. Oh, Siham, that's wonderful. Congratulations. Oh, All right. Ah, Lisa says, Lisa B, while I was prepped for the procedure, the smell of cinnamon toast was in the air. And I wanted to rip my IV out of my arm and go for the cinnamon toast. Oh, that's hilarious. And Dawn says the show is the series is on FX, but it's available on Netflix. Wow, what a great thread. Anybody else want to share? Anybody new coming on that I've never met before who wants to say hello? So look at how beautiful it is. I mean, I feel so uplifted reading the comments that I just read from all of you. You just gave my heart just feels so full reading this thread of all these beautiful things that you're happy for, that you're grateful for. It's really lovely, to see all of you, to hear all of this. And my heart, I feel wonderful. Hello, Lisa. I've been on a few times. It's nice to meet you, Christine. Best of luck with the colonoscopy. I am director of surgery, and our biggest part of surgery is colonoscopy. Oh, that's great. And I don't know what EGD is. I don't know what that is. But that's really funny that of all the people that you would be, that part of your surgery is colonoscopy. That's so funny. Rain, let's hear from Rain. Wait, where did you go, Rain? I missed you. I'm going to go back to Rain and then I'll come back to Siham. I have a date with a new person on Friday, but not sure where we can go in LA. We have to get out and go to one or the other's house, even though we only know each other from phone calls. Rain, you can also go for a walk. You could go to the beach or just grab some tea or something and go sit on a bench somewhere as long as you're outside, but you don't have to necessarily go to each other's houses. So Lisa says she may drive to the beach, weather permitting. That sounds like a lovely thing to do, Lisa. Siham says, I'm grateful that I finished week 2. That was very empowering. I feel somewhat like the turtle as opposed to the hare. Siham, I'm always the turtle, by the way. So as your coach, I can just tell you that I am always the turtle, or I always feel like the turtle. I know I will finish the entire course in due time with flying colors, just allowing the universe to give me a little more time to immerse in the course. I can't wait for it to unravel and evolve me, transforming me into the woman I was always meant to be. Oh, Siham, you are the sweetest. Oh, Kaylee put up her Christmas tree in the spirit of Christmas. Wow. Do they last that long, Kaylee? I would think it's, the upper GI. Okay, it's the upper GI. That's amazing. Carol says, Wayne, can you just take a walk? Eating doesn't have to be involved. Exactly. Eating does not have to be involved. But I like to eat, so who knows? All right. Anybody else? Oh, it's a fake tree. I guess it'll last a long time then, Kaylee. That's very, very funny. I didn't even think about that. That's so funny. Yeah, I guess you might as well keep it up as long as you can. Have Christmas spirit. I just get so bored having to wrap and unwrap all the ornaments. I guess if I had kids, it would be okay. But if I had to wrap and unwrap all the ornaments and put them up and take them down, what does it for you, Rain? What would you want? Christine says, I'm excited about a new date with a guy that I have been chatting with a while. It's tomorrow when I get off work, hoping just a nice drive down some country roads and have a drink or two and chat. That sounds wonderful. That sounds absolutely amazing. Lisa says, constantly talking about what everyone is bringing for Thanksgiving dinner isn't helping. Anna isn't who Jewish? I am definitely Jewish, and yes, I am definitely Jewish. But my my husband loves ornaments from Santa Fe. They make the most beautiful Christmas ornaments here. They're absolutely extraordinary. And he collected them. So we would put up a tree and put up all of his ornaments because they were beautiful. Yes, me, I am Jewish. You called me out. But I'm, you have to understand, I'm Jewish. I'm not Jewish. I'm like Jewish, as they say. I'm not the most religious Jewish person, but I'm definitely Jewish. Christine says, I don't do anything Christmas until after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a special holiday in my family, and I treasure it and move on to Christmas after. I like that, Christine. I like that very much. Lindsay says, thanks so much for your fun, flirty, and playful way. It really puts all of us at ease. Oh man, you're Linny, you do the same for me, honey. You are a joy. Carol says, FYI, donating pet food could be a good thing to do now because it's not something people usually do and it's needed. Carol, why is it needed? I'm curious. I'm a big dog person, so I'm kind of curious. Are there a lot of people that can't afford are there a lot of people who can't afford to feed their pets right now? That's heartbreaking. Yes, Anna, I still put up, well, I don't. We did a tree a few years. I mean, it was really beautiful because in New Mexico, the Native Americans make all these beautiful little ornaments, like little hand-painted pots and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, really, really amazing. So Carol says I'm still part of the tribe, so that's good. Thank you, Carol. We just don't put crosses on our tree, anything, nativity scenes. Like we don't put anything. We call it a Hanukkah bush. Come on. Yeah, we call it a Hanukkah bush, even though it's green and it looks a lot like your trees. But we just don't put anything that might be Christian symbology. Just lovely, pretty ornaments. Don says, oh, I'm grateful to spend Thanksgiving alone so I can catch up on a bunch of personal business. That's terrific. Yeah, see, look at how you can make a positive thing out of this. I tell people I'm sort of Jewish. My mother had Christmas trees while I was growing up, and my maternal grandmother went bananas over it. Bananas in a good way or a bad way? I know, yeah, I think once my grandmother let my mother put up a Christmas tree, but she wasn't supposed to tell anybody. And she went right to the grandmother and told her, and it was a whole catastrophe in the family. So there was some story about that. But yeah, no, it's nice just to have holiday spirit. So whatever is festive, putting up lights, we when we're in Los Angeles, we do the most beautiful display on our front lawn. It's absolutely amazing. We hang all of these, like suspend in the air, these gorgeous round colored spears and all of these ornaments, these lighted ornaments and stars and things that we've collected over the years. It takes us about, I don't know, a week to pull everything out and set it all up, and then for our handyman to hang it. And then it takes them a couple days to pull it down. It's really a production, but we have this beautiful peace on earth in the middle, and it's magical. It's really, really beautiful, but we're not doing it this year, clearly, because we're not in Los Angeles. So unless Juan, our handyman, is there setting it up by himself, we're not doing it. Which is probably sad for people in the neighborhood because we do it every year. Carol says people tend to donate to food, but they forget about pets. Some shelters or municipal organizations especially accept pet food. Huh. I didn't know that, Carol, but that is a good thing to know. Dawn says I have cats, so I just get a tiny planted tree so I can display it out of reach. That's a good thing because they would be playing with all of those ornaments. Oh my goodness. Our little puppy, we have a little Shar puppy who's about 7.5 months old right now. That dog would have a tree down in 2 seconds, 2 seconds flat. It would not last long. He is already up on every counter, like looking for whatever he can grab. He's a little devil, that one. Anna says, I look forward to putting a tree. I buy a real tree every year. I agree with whomever said after Thanksgiving. I can't do it earlier, although lots of houses decorated here in Florida. Wow. Wow. I am, I also, I don't know about the rest of you, but when I just have this thing that the day after New Year's, everything comes down. Like, I think it should be a law on January 2nd. Everything should come down, all the decorations, all the lights. By January 2nd, I am so over it. I'm just ready for the new year and to move forward. So it's good while it lasts, but then when I'm done, I'm done. Wendy says, I'm the product of an interfaith marriage. Latkes and Christmas trees. Best of both worlds, right, Wendy? How can you beat that? That's great. Kaylee says, Anna, I wish I could get a real tree. I can't because gas heat. It's old fashioned. Oh, I guess, interesting. Will it burn down, or why can't you get it because of gas heat? Just Carol's like flexible. She'll just celebrate with whatever she's with. That's great. Yeah, anything shiny is a recipe for disaster. I already have to store wrap presents in my walk-in closet or they'll end up with bite marks in the bows and ribbons. That's so great. Gloria, hello, hello, hello. For the ladies that said, well, what a gorgeous picture of you. Oh, my, I don't know if that's new, but wow. For the ladies that said they are getting dates, are they clients? Some of us would love to hear how they're getting success and bypassing the head game players and scammers on there. Well, you'd have to talk to my clients, Gloria, but yes, they're getting dates. Many of them, many of the women on here who are talking about getting dates are my clients, and they're getting dates because they go through my course and they're just showing up differently. They present themselves differently. They're looking for very different qualities in men. They don't seem to, once they go through the first month of my course, they're just looking for a very different kind of man than they had dated in the past. We rewrite their profile. My husband writes the profile for them. They get new pictures, a new attitude, and it's just, a game changer. But most of the women who do go through my course, they have a very different experience from before the course and after the course. So Anna says she didn't have trouble getting dates and she didn't hire me. But, a lot of the women that come into my course are pretty sick of online dating when they start with me. And they just have a very different response once they go back out. So for the first month of my course, they don't date and we just work on them. We look at their patterns, their choices, the mistakes they've made. I help them get very clear on what they must have in a partner. I have processes that I've developed for these things. And then they get new pictures and a new profile. And then when they go back out, for most of them, it's a very different experience. Catherine says, I have a question. It may sound dumb, but we don't have any room for dumb questions, Catherine. No, I'm just kidding. But I guess I need your professional opinion. If a guy asks you out and you don't really feel like going, does that mean you're not interested in him or you just want to be by yourself or doing something else with him not included? Is that a true indication of not being interested? I think it's case by case. I think that, Catherine, sometimes it's just you may not be totally into this guy. It may be that you just need some alone time, or it just may be that you're not that into him, but it depends. If you're dating somebody and you're not excited, I mean, sometimes you may just need a night to yourself, or, you shouldn't have to get together all the time, but sometimes you may just need some time to yourself, and that's okay. But it also can be an indication that you're just not that into him. So I don't, it could be a variety of things. For the ladies that said are they clients? Yeah, they are clients. Christine says, I like how you roll. Let's see here. Whoopsie, somehow I lost my little thread here. Wendy said, you must have cats. And she also said, it's a life changer, Gloria. It's just interesting to see the change. I mean, it really is. And Lenny says, magical profiles, Lisa, you can post on your site. Yeah, the profiles make a big difference, but so does the attitude change in the women when they go back out into the dating world. Yeah, it's really fascinating to see how things change. Lisa says, you gave some great advice last week that I needed to hear. It was about always wanting the bad boys who were exciting, and in the end, it's the good guys that are the best. I really thought about that since I am currently dating a great man who treats me so wonderfully and would do anything for me. You also mentioned that people might not be used to that. And I guess it was kind of true in my case. Thank you. Yeah, Lisa, you're welcome. It is true that one of the women on a call, and I may have shared this, maybe this is what brought it up last week, but she said, she just said, Lisa, I did my relationship inventory. That's part of my course. And she said, I realized that I was treating these really nice men who just wanted to get to know me so poorly. I was mean to them. I took advantage of them. And then the guys that I gave my attention to were the guys that were jerks, and I wanted them to like me. And she said it was just the opposite of the way it should be. And she said, I feel kind of sick about it, and it was really eye-opening. And it made me sit back and think, yeah, like I really dismissed all these really nice guys. I just dismissed them as being too nice or whatever, but it wasn't them. It was me who couldn't receive their kindness. So I think it's a lesson many of us have to learn. Anna says, then move on. But Anna, sometimes, you may have not had trouble getting dates, but it's also not just a question of getting dates. It's bigger than that. It's getting dates with the right men. It's knowing how to engage men. It knows, some guys look at a woman and they decide in a few minutes, they make a very quick judgment. Do I want to, am I interested in just sleeping with her? Am I interested in actually getting to know her? And if they just think, well, this is more the kind of woman that I would just like to sleep with, they're going to treat you one way. But the same guy could treat another woman completely differently. So it has to do also with the confidence level a woman has, how she communicates with men, how playful she is, how good of a listener she is, how much she compliments men. So there's a lot more to, more to it than just getting dates. Lisa says, I've been meeting some great men since completing Lisa's course. Yeah, it can be a real switch for the women. Katie says, I'm not a client. However, I deleted my apps, and sure enough, a guy from my hometown messaged me on Facebook. I've known him for 8 years and we've always had chemistry. So we'll see where it goes. That sounds terrific, Katie. I hope it's really great. Yeah, Anna, you did listen to me a lot. You come on my calls. You've been amazing. But you really listened, and that was a big deal. It really was. And I know you came on these all the time, and you said many times that what you learned helped. Lisa says, Lisa, I was thinking about you so much today. I'm so glad to see you here. Getting dates is one thing, but Lisa helps you find the guardian of your soul. And that's the other thing, it is exactly what Lisa T is saying. I don't just help women date. I found the perfect partner for me. And I didn't just, lean back and play games and flirt and whatever. I really do teach my women how to find not just a guy, but really the guy, like the right guy for them. So yeah, Lisa, I hope you're doing great. I was thinking about you because of when we were on our call and you were so cute and vivacious and excited. And yeah, that was one of my favorite exit calls. It was just amazing. Anna says she helped me dig deep into myself and my feelings just by listening to her. So yeah, Gloria, you can learn a lot by following great coaches and really implementing what you learned from us. Anna, yes, Lisa's the best coach, but I didn't hire her. But this is not boding well for my business, ladies. Dawn says, yes, we are tapping more into our femininity when we interact with men. It's been a game changer. Kaylee says, yes, I know. I feel like a different person now. Well, thank you, ladies. It's going to be a month since I started the course, and I am aware that I'm not supposed to date for the first month to fall in love with myself first. However, if I am lagging behind with the coursework, 2 weeks behind, am I still supposed to wait 2 more weeks before dating? That would take me to the 6th week as opposed to the 4th. What should I do? See, it's very... Unknown caller. Whoopsie, unknown caller. Okay, not good. Honey, you really want to complete the first 3 weeks, actually the first 4 weeks, but you want to do at least the first 3 weeks before you get out there. You would be doing yourself a disservice, and week 3 is especially important. So yes, you want to do at least the first 3 weeks. Oh, thanks, Nancy. Nancy's always like the sweetest. I hope you're doing great, honey. I haven't seen you in forever, so it's amazing to see you here. I'm glad you're well, Lisa. That's terrific. Nancy said, you helps me say I'm looking for the guardian of my soul. When you asked what I'm looking for. That's really sweet, Nancy. But yes, it's not even just Gloria that I teach women how to find a guy or how to date. I actually teach them how to find a true partner, like a true partner. And in the coursework that I do, we call him the guardian of your soul. That's what we call this man. I know Benjamin is the guardian of my soul. So all right, ladies, we are getting up to the hour, so I am going to send my love to everybody. I wish you the most beautiful, happy Thanksgiving. I really urge you all, if you're feeling down, if you start to go into a negative spiral, please write a gratitude list. Focus on all the things you have and not on the things that you don't have. So focus on what you have and not on what you don't have. And do something special for yourself. Something special, whether you buy yourself a gift or get yourself some flowers at Whole Foods, or you make yourself a beautiful meal. If you're going to be alone and you're by yourself, maybe you can even ask a friend. Hi, Martha, I didn't even know you were there. But maybe you can ask a friend to do a Zoom Thanksgiving with you if you have a friend who's alone. Maybe the two of you could sit down and just have dinner together and Zoom and catch up. That might be a wonderful thing to do. Even just send out a note to your friends and just say, look, if anybody's not doing anything, I'd love to have a Zoom Thanksgiving with you. So there's lots and lots of ways that we can be creative, think out of the box, and find wonderful ways to connect. And we may look back on this Thanksgiving and realize that in some ways it was the most special Thanksgiving of all. So just write those gratitude lists, focus on what you do have, not on what you don't have. And I will see you all here next Tuesday. I send you love, and I am grateful for all of you. Happy Thanksgiving.